Hi guys, it's Lehigh Dawn. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I am here in my new car. She's not new, she's not like brand new, the newest of newest, but she is my new car. She's a used vehicle. She's a 2014 Fiat 500. She's in this like bluish azul tone. It's really cute. I like it personally, and this is like, bitch, when I tell you, I know it's kind of like, oh my god, like this is my car. No, fuck that. This car was a fucking pain, but honestly, it's my favorite car. And it wasn't even the car. Like, the car did not do anything wrong. It was bitches in my area that did me wrong. Like, people who wanted to drink and drive. Fucking losers. Anyways, like, we're gonna get into it. Just give me a second. I need to, like, relax. I was telling, like, one of my coworkers this, like, what was going on and everything, and like, to be honest, I was like fucking shaking because I was so pissed. Every single time I say this story, like I'm like fuming. I'm just so like, oh, like it's so annoying. I had to go through all this bullshit. I had to like lose money, and like it was a complete shit show, but honestly it was like a story to tell. To give you like a little bit backstory though, before I get into the fucking like main point of the story, I do want to just give you a little bit of backstory so you kind of understand why I got this car. My first ever car was the Honda Accord 2001 like EX. It had like a sunroof and like powered seats and like all this like cool gadgets and shit back in like 2001. It was really cool. It was my first car. I got it through my uncle. Shout out to my uncle. He's fucking dope. He sold it for me for like really cheap, but like also I was like working at McDonald's, and like what did he expect? I didn't ship money at the time. He sold it to me. He was really nice. Honestly, that car did take me A to B. It wasn't the best car, it wasn't the greatest car, it probably wasn't even the safest car. There was like hella issues in it. Every single time I went on the freeway, I had absolutely anxiety. I practically almost passed out every single time from all the flashing lights. All these like warning signs tripped me out, bitch. I was like freaking out. I thought I was gonna die on the freeway. I don't know. That's just how I felt. There was a lot of problems to it even when I first got it. So like it was like misfiring, like fuck, it was doing the whole fucking thing. And so I ended up just deciding like, you know what, I'm gonna get a new car. This time I was like making more money. I was like doing a lot of overtime, and at the time I was like able to afford kind of like a down payment and like pay like really cheap month to month. And to be honest with you, you're gonna be fucking shocked, but I ended up putting $5,000 at a 2009 Honda Civic, which is fucking crazy. But be with me, my payments were $180, like $180 a month. That was all I had to pay, like $180, bitch. That's a phone bill. Like really quickly. Yeah, it was really cheap for the month to month, but I was also, that was including warranty. You don't get used cars with warranty. So CarMax was offering warranty. They were also offering like services at the time. So for me to pay $180 and have warranty and all this stuff, like I know it's pricey for the vehicle, but like I was getting my money's worth technically. That's not even a phone bill. That's like someone's monthly gas. Like that is cheap, and it was perfect for me at the time because I was only making, God knows what the minimum wage was back then. This was like what, almost like 3-4 years ago. I had it for a cool while. It did me justice. It did like do me really justice. It never like had issues. At that point, it was an old vehicle. Like today's time, I was already having a couple of issues with it. You know, like it was just wearing out. It's like wear and tear. Like, bitch, it's an old car, and like I only had like probably like a couple thousand in the vehicle left. Like honestly, I could have paid it off like within like 4 months, like, to be completely honest with you. I don't know, like I originally, what I wanted was this like little mini car. I wanted the Fiat 500. I don't know why. I saw it. It came into the market in the US back in like 2012. Didn't know about it because I wasn't like into cars, but by the next year of 2013, I think, I was in love with it. I ended up seeing it. I saw it in black. I was like, oh my god, I want this car. They had like an EV version. I thought this was the coolest car. I was like, oh my god, it's really small, fits everywhere, like parks everywhere. And I really like the smart vehicles. Like if you guys know the fucking smarts, I like those as well. So I was like, dying for a Fiat. I really, really wanted a Fiat. I begged every single person in the fucking universe, like my dad, my grandma, my boyfriend, like everyone, like, I want this Fiat. Like, no one would tell me yes. I can't make decisions on my own. I need someone to be like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, and then that's all I need. I'll fucking run with it. I don't give a fuck who it is.
I was like, okay, girl, like, if that's how you see it, cool. Like, we have whatever.
Best friend could say that and I'd be like, oh my god, this is like the greatest purchase I've ever done. This is such an investment. Oh my god. Literally, one person can tell me yes and I'm like, sold. That's it. That's all I needed. I'm gonna buy it. That's all I fuck everyone else. She said yes. She thinks it's good. Period. No one thought it was a good idea. Everyone fucking like turned me down and they said it was not a good investment. They were like, Lehigh, no, and it's not a good idea. And I was like, so I went a while without the vehicle. I really, really wanted it, but no one wanted to, like, you know, support me. And, like, you know, I don't know why I needed that support system, but, bitch, now I'm a grown adult. I was like, you know what? I make bank. I don't make bank, but to be honest with you, for my age, I'm going to be completely fucking transparent. For my age, I make a lot. It's not to like flex. It's not to be that bitch. At the end of the day, this is what I'm going to tell everyone. This is what I'm going to say, period, hands down. You can make the most money in the world, but it doesn't matter how much money you're making. It's about how much you can handle money. Like, if you can handle money when you're broke, you can handle money when you're rich. Because if you got bad habits when you're broke, you're going to have same bad habits when you're rich. Hey, and first off, me saying rich, that don't mean I'm rich. I'm just saying I make a little bit more than what minimum wage is. I'm not saying I got that bag. I'm not saying this and that. I'm just saying I got more wiggle room, is what I'm saying. I didn't know how to handle money when I was working $13 an hour at McDonald's. Imagine now. But I don't know how to handle my money properly. I'm working on it. It's a process. I'm not gonna lie to myself. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm that bitch. I make all this money. Yada, yada, yada. Bitch, I still eat McDonald's. So don't even start with me. To be honest with you, I did have a little wiggle room and I worked really, really hard. Like, I pushed myself to be like the best person in my position. I felt like I was getting there and the money was reflecting and I felt like I deserved it. I mean, I was working so hard to get somewhere that I wanted to be at, and especially like financially, like in Los Angeles, I just knew that I had to keep progressing regardless, because bitch, Los Angeles, nothing stays low. Homes high as fuck, food high as fuck, those eggs high as fuck, gas off the roof. Oh my god, everything's super, super expensive. So what I wanted to do was, like, obviously, like, if this economy is going up, I need to get my bag up, because, you know, how the fuck am I gonna last?
She's got a point.
Which I suggest you guys too, like, work on yourself, make sure that you're getting your bag, save your money, invest, learn everything, like, obviously, like, you know, with time, but like, you can definitely get there. I'm not saying, you know, I'm that bitch and I did it fast. I'm just saying, like, it took time. Like, trust me, it took time, tears, sweat, blood. It took time. Anyways, so I had wiggle room, and I was like, you know what, I have a great salary. I'm like, you know what, like, I'm making this amount of money at this age. I work really hard. I barely buy myself anything. Here, providing for my family, and like, my dad needs money, my sister needs money, like, whatever, right? I'm like, you know what, like, let me buy myself something. Like, let me, like, do myself a favor. Let's treat me for a second. I was so over my Honda. Everyone liked my Honda. I was over it. I'm so sorry. I love that car. It was a cute car. It was my second car. It was adorbs. I needed a change. I can't move because fucking homes are so expensive. You practically have to lose fucking all your fingers, your limbs, and everything to get a home. I can't rent anywhere else because I have so many animals, and, you know, people don't want hella animals in their, like, homes. I can't, you know, I was like, fuck, like, I can't move. You know, the most I could do is, like, paint my hair and, like, change something. But I was like, you know what? I want to change my car. I want the car I want. I wanted this car for a long time. Growing up, I wanted this car. You know what? I'm going to get this car. There was no cars. I checked on CarMax. The only reason why is because I had to go through them. It was just a much easier process. I go through, like, Carvana or, like, other places. I could, but, like, it was going to be a hassle. I saw the reviews. They weren't that great. Not going to lie. I want to stick to CarMax because I had, like, a really, really good, like, relationship. Not, like, personally. I just had, like a hands down great service. You know, I looked at Fiats. I called a bunch of CarMax locations that had, like, a bunch of Fiats. All of them were either being sold in the process or not available. they just took them off. And so I'm like, okay, like, and I was looking for like a week time, probably like 2 weeks. Like I kept looking and I'm like, okay, like this Fiat, and I was originally gonna get the Fiat 500X. Like it's in like in the bigger SUV version. It's still like compact, but it's like a bigger one. That one was actually available and I was about to get that one, but they were like, listen, like someone already came and saw it. They like wanted to sign for it. They're ready for it. You know, like, you know, I'm sorry. Because I didn't get to hold the vehicle because I didn't finish the process. So like I couldn't hold it for more than like what, 30 minutes to an hour. I think that's like the max. And I wanted it too because it was in white, it was an SUV, it was bigger. I was like, whatever, it's still kind of like what I want. It's still in the same fucking like style. It's beautiful. Like I like the car. It was newer. I think it was like a 2017. And then I looked into other Fiats and they were just like really, really fucking far. And I had to pay like $1,000 for them to just ship it from like Arizona or like Utah to like California. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I just started looking for other cars. And the reason why I wanted like really small car, I don't even drive. I don't drive. I haven't worked for like 3 weeks. I've used my car for like 3 times, the most. 3 times out of 3 weeks. I use Davis's Jeep. Like I take his Jeep. I have a spare key. It's just better for me. I normally just have my car sitting. I wanted the car, but I didn't need anything like extravagant or big or expensive. That's why I didn't want to buy a new car, because at the end of the day, it didn't make sense. I didn't drive as much as like when we drive his car, because we're always in his car. So I ended up yeah, I was just looking at other cars at that point. There was no Fiats. I didn't know what to do. I was getting really impatient, bitch. I'm the most impatient person. Like, I'd rather not order online. I got Amazon Prime for a reason. The only reason why I got it is because I'm super impatient. I'm not gonna wait 7 days. You got me hella messed up. And not to be like suck my own dick or whatever, but I just hate waiting. I'm just so impatient. I don't like it. I hate shopping online. It's just annoying. I'd rather go to like Target or the mall, even though I fucking hate the mall, but I'd rather go just to like get what I want and like leave. I started like shopping for other cars, and mainly because the parking situation in LA is shit. I fucking hate it. If you live in LA, you know the fucking tea. Are parking in the middle of the road, because there is no parking. Like, Jesus Christ, there is no parking ever. Like, I don't know how. Like, I don't know. Each house has like 6 cars, and so like the streets are filled. Like, people have driveways here. It's not like they don't. They have driveways, and they still fucking manage to park outside or park in the middle. It's just like, it's so annoying. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a small car. And so I saw that the Smart, it was like 2013-14 Smart. It was a really, really cute car. It was black. They had it available in Palmdale. I saw that they had a Fiat available, but it wasn't like, no, it wasn't, it was there, it was just not available. Like, you couldn't purchase the vehicle, but it was there. And so, you know, it was like, okay, like, you know what, let's go for the Smart. Let's look at it. Well, me and Davis, we packed our bags, we got ready. I cleaned the car, made it look cute, because honestly, I took care of the car, to be honest. Like, it was beautiful. It was not fucked up. It wasn't in bad shape. It was good. We drove our asses to Palmdale, and we were just there, and we saw the Smart. It was a really, really cute car. I got to like drive around and stuff. It was so cute. It didn't feel like driving like a regular car. I felt like I was driving like a golf cart, but it was really, really cute. I liked it. The visibility was insane. I was like, wow, like I can see everything, like yada yada yada. It was really, really fun. I liked it. It was so small, and just like, I loved it. It was such an adorable vehicle. We got there at 3, mind you. We got there at 3. We tested it out. We played with it. You know, we were just sitting there, and they, you know, they had to like evaluate my vehicle that I was trading in. Bye, Mimi. Let me just. They. Aww, this is such a cute car. I'm gonna miss her. Guys, giving up my car and trading it in, and they're already working on it. I'm so sad. But someone's gonna like that car, to be honest. It did me really good. And so they evaluated, did all that. I had to sign to give them the vehicle. I did all of that, and then we signed to get the Smart car, and I saw the Fiat in the distance. It was like the blue. I saw the blue. I was like, that's a Fiat. I know you're a Fiat. I just see a little bit of you, and I already knew. I fucking knew it. I was like, that's a Fiat. I don't want to go look at it because I'm already going to sign for the Smart. I already tested out the Smart. I don't want to even look at the fucking Fiat. I'm done. We've been here for like probably 2 hours. I need this car now. I'm done. There's no point. Davis is hungry. I'm starving. Like, we're not going to look at this Fiat. Like, it's not a question. We're just looking at the Smart. I like the Smart. It was a really, really cute car. It's not that I didn't want it. It's just like, I was already in the process of getting that. There was no point in doing all that extra shit. So I was like, no. We're getting the Smart. We're already here. We're finally signing. Let's sign the DMV papers. We sign those bitches. They get the car. They take it back. They wash it. I'm just sitting there fucking chill. Mind you, every single 5 minutes, they're bugging our like rep person, the representative. They kept bugging her. And then at one point, her manager called her in. And we were like, like, I wonder what's going on. Davis was like, oh, I think like something happened. Like probably the car, like something, they spotted something. Like maybe there was like a like chip or something in like the windshield, or like something went wrong, and so they're maybe they could just fix it today, and then they're probably gonna give it to us. We're probably just gonna have to wait like an hour, like, you know, just like random shit, like just like we're thinking like basic shit, like, oh yeah, like, but you know, in our heads it's like, oh, that's probably like worst case scenario. Bitch, not worst case scenario, like not even close. We're just kind of thinking like that's the worst case scenario, like, oh, we're probably gonna have to come back tomorrow, like, you know, whatever, right? They come up to us with their manager after we had processed the Smart car. They're like, hey, you know, we put it in the washing machine and for some unknown reason the hood came off. The fucking hood came off. I was like, what? They were like, yeah, the hood came off. I'm like, wait, hold on. How, you're telling me you put it in a washing machine and the fucking hood came off? They were like, yeah, like the hood came off. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, we put it in, the hood just started flying out. We were just like, we were hearing noise. We were like, it got scratched as fuck. I mean, we don't know what's going on. I was like, it's pretty obvious that it got damaged. And I was like, great. I've been here for like 3 hours at that point. I'm like, great. They were like, come on, let's go check it out. We go to check it out. They come up to us and they're like, listen, you know, we're gonna fix this for you. This is not your guys' fault. We don't know what happened here, but we're just gonna replace the hood, get it fixed up, get a paint job, blah, 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 because it was noticeable. The damage was noticeable. They ended up telling us, like, listen, I know you came with your Honda and you're already trading in. We're gonna let you borrow a loaner for free, and it's gonna be a small car. And I was like, oh, really? What car is it? Because at that point, I forgot about that car. And they pulled up the picture, and they're like, we're going to lend you a Fiat. And I was like, I wanted to fucking scream. I was like, are you kidding me? You're telling me I don't have a car. I'm not going to get my Smart. I avoided this car, and you're telling me I'm gonna have to get the Fiat home. I have to take it home. And they were like, yeah, you gotta take it home. We can't let you, like, give it to you. Like, the hood is gonna fly out when you get back. Like, we could fix it for you for free, and then you could just pick it up next Saturday. I don't want to fix it I don't want to come back next Saturday. That's the thing. Like, we were there for hours. Bitch, I live in LA. That's Palmdale. It's far. And I was like, you know what? I want the fucking Fiat. And they were like, what? And yeah, I want the Fiat. Like, this is clearly destiny talking to me. Bitch, I saw the car. I should have just fucking looked at it and got the fucking Fiat since the beginning. But no, destiny wanted to align things correctly. They were like, Lehigh, you wanted this car. You said that you wanted this car for so many years. Apparently, I am the quickest return CarMax has ever had. So this is why we took like 8 hours at CarMax, probably. I think it was 8 hours because we got there at 3. We ended up leaving at 9. So we got there 6 hours. We were at the dealer 6 hours that day. Ended up getting the fucking Fiat. I was like, don't even wash it. Don't even fucking touch it. Just pull it up, bring it to me, and I'll sign and we'll like have a good day. But no, I had to wait because you know what they had to do? They had to give me back my Honda. They had to sign me back my Honda. So they were like, no, it's not. It's a little bit more complex than that. Like, let's take a step back. It was like, what do you mean? They were like, we have to give back your Honda. We're going to take back the Smart. Then you're going to give us back the Honda again. And then we're going to give you the fucking Fiat. But we have to wait for the DMV to clear the Smart. When I tell you, me and Davis were starving. Fucking the representative was starving at that point. Jesus, I felt so bad for her, but somehow she kept her composure. She's like, oh, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to get sushi when I get home. What are you guys going to eat? I was like, I don't know. So we were just sitting there for probably like an hour, like waiting at that point, just like waiting for the car to get processed. And then eventually it did. We ended up like, you know, it was easy peasy because she had our information on file already. So she kind of just clicked everything. We signed really quickly. It processed really quickly. And she just gave us our keys. And that was it. We hugged her goodbye. I got my picture. We headed out. Davis was pissed. I was practically crying. But it was cool. I really, really like my car. And it's a really, really adorable car. It's honestly in great shape. I've had it since August. So August, September, October, November, December, 5 months. But a week after I got my car, I come home. We have a good time. We eat. We stuff our faces. We go to bed. You know, next day I call my insurance. I'm doing all this stuff. It's Sunday. You know, I'm like playing with my car. I'm loving my car. And then, you know, obviously I go to work, yada, yada, yada. On Friday. Was it a Friday? I think it was a Friday. Davis's cousin lives with us. And normally she parks like I'm parked here. She's parking in front of me. But at the time, Davis's sister was here. So I was in her spot. And so she came from Mexico. And she was like, hey, you're in my spot. Like, you know, and obviously I was like, yeah, like this is your spot, I guess. Like, you know. At the end of the day, you know, whatever. I'll just park outside. I unfortunately park outside, which is one of the reasons why I wanted a small car. If I did have my parking spot, I would have had like a bigger vehicle, but it is what it is. I fucking hate LA. Made this like joke, like inside, and I just said it like freely. Like, you know, they better not hit my new car. Like, they better not hit my new car. Like, you guys are gonna hear me. Like, you guys are gonna hear me. Not thinking that, like, I was fucking manifesting negativity. Like, bitch, I called for that. I was Moana with the fucking harp. Or, like, whatever. The mermaid. Ariel with the fucking, like...
Do I do jumping jacks on a D?
That one thing?
What?
I was her. I was calling for that to happen. And, bitch, it did. I parked it right there. I was on the phone with Ellie too. What a dummy, dude. What a fucking dummy. I was on the phone with Ellie. I parked, whatever. My phone goes to do not disturb at 9. It's just automatic. I don't know how to like change the settings or whatever. I'm not like techie. But apparently it had happened probably like 10 minutes after I parked it because a drunk man decided, let me pull up on the street. Let me fucking whip out my Peter, pee on the fucking floor in the middle of the road, like openly. Bitch, he didn't like cover himself, like his private area. Bitch, his Peter was out. His fucking Peter was out. Like, full blown with air, like out. It was out. And he was just like peeing. He was just like doing his fucking thing. He was like, okay, let me like zip up my pants. Like, let's not put hand sanitizer. Let me get back in my car. And he wanted to do a U-turn. And like, good for him. Good for him. He does the U-turn completely. But for some reason, he just decides, let me just fucking smidge. Let me just fucking hit Lehi's car. Let me fucking scrape the shit out of it. Let me take out his car tire plates. Let me fucking hit the back of his fucking bumper. Oh my fucking god. Like, dude, the way he turned. Oh my god. Like, watch the video here. Did you see the video? Did you fucking see the video? Do you see how like, oh my God. And the only reason why I got it, shout out to the person, well, the church guy, whatever. I don't know if he's like religious or whatever. I'm not like, you know, whatever. Think he's religious? I don't know. He's like doing paintings and stuff. But like, one of his workers, shout out to him. He called the owner. He was like, hey, I have cameras. Like, you know, like if you need the video, like free, like I'll gladly give it to you. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I have his number. So like next time anything happens, like I have his number so I can like get any footage or whatever. But it had cameras. That's the reason why I parked there, because there was cameras. Like, dude, I was asleep and Davis just called me and he like passed by my car. Apparently he was like, dude, I'm so sorry. Well, he didn't say dude, but he was just like, listen, like I know that you just got this car and I think this is gonna ruin your day, but like you're gonna see it regardless, so I'm just gonna tell you. And he told me and I was like about to like start crying, because I mean, again, it goes back to the whole thing where it's like, I don't have control of where I live right now. I don't have control of anything right now. I am not like living for much right now. Like, I don't know if maybe I'm depressed, who knows? And so I have been in this funk, and to be honest, this was like the one thing where like I really wanted, like the one thing I was like, this is the one thing I want, right? Oh my God, dude, I wanted to fucking cry. Like, I saw and I was like, fuck. Like, dude, whoever did this, like, shout out to you. Honestly, you're smart, because the way he turned at the last point, like, you don't see it, but when he turned to avoid the street camera. Oh, believe it or not, it got cut off from there. God knows where it's at. But the guy was smart. He ended up turning where the camera is facing, so he avoided a camera, which is on his part smart. Fuck you, but you're pretty smart for that, because, and you were drunk too, so how the fuck? But I'm not gonna like show his Peter online. That's just like inappropriate. Obviously, I'm trying to get monetized. Also, it was a really shitty situation, and I think it was like, whew, it hit me hard and the situation sucked, but the insurance took care of it. Well, my insurance, I, you know, put the deductible and everything. I kind of handle a lot of people's property damage because I'm a case manager, so it was really easy to handle my own. I think these are just life experiences that like really we're gonna have to all face eventually, because I've been driving for about like 5 years. It was eventually gonna come up to me. Some people don't even get into car accidents, which is a miracle, but you know, for most Americans in the United States at least, you face accidents, and that's just the reality of it when you're driving. Even when you're not driving, the people hit the bus, trust me. There's been crazy videos of people getting hit by a fucking bus or like a pedestrian. Like, people get hit by cars all the time, which is sad, but it's reality. Shitty situation, but that is the story time of when I got my car. Kind of give you a background. Kind of excited. Everything ended up fine. My car was repaired. It took a week. I ended up having this Mitsubishi. It was really, really cute. Yeah, it's really, really nice. I'm really happy. Everything ended up, you know, becoming perfect. And, you know, shout out to Caliber Collision. They're awesome. If you need your car fixed, go there. Shout out to Wawanisa, the adjuster who was handling my claim was so good. I swear to God. Everything was fine, but I've been editing this video for about an hour, and it's a long footage. I know it's a long video, but thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I have a ton of story times coming out. I know I've been a little silent, but I'm back full throttle, better than ever. I'm not depressed, I swear. Yeah, I'm so excited. Anyways, have a good day or good night, whatever. Bye.